All right, Dan, as promised, I've got this shallow intro written out for us. So I'm just going to take you step by step in as far as like technicalities go with this because it's all written out in tab and it'll be in our shared drive folder. Excuse me, but in the meantime, I can show you kind of the direction of the pick, all that sort of detail oriented stuff, kind of just holding chords down, stuff like that. So speaking of holding chords down, throughout this whole riff, really, I'm just thinking about changing the chords as they come, less than note by note. That's kind of a common, like, little arpeggiating thing, which is, you know, instead, just like when we're switching chords when we're strumming, we switch to the whole chord, not one note at a time. Same thing with arpeggiating. Long story short, okay? As I talked a little bit about today, the very first part of the intro is over this E minor 7 chord, right? And then we've got, right? That's our first little pattern. So we're going to hit the E string, the D string, the D string, and then back up to the G string. Right? Then what I would want to do is right after we're done there, hitting that low E string for my D over F sharp chord. Then just playing a G chord right after that. Just like you would with strumming. Right, the end is kind of the same. They're both strummed out, so. Okay, so that's how that first part works. Let's break it down a little bit and practice together. 1, 2. Sorry, let me explain a little better. So I want to just practice up to that note. So E string, D string, B string, 2, ready, go, and ready again, ready again, ready again, ready again, ready again, ready again, ready again. Do that till you can get it a few times in a row. Then let's add that last note, that last upstroke, okay, of the E minor 7 chord. 1, 2, ready, go, and ready again, ready again, ready again, ready again. Good, okay? Now we're going to add this low F sharp, second fret on the low E string. You can see, okay? But, so it's going to be, it'll sound a little ugly at first, okay? But let's try it. 2, ready, go. 2, again. 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 Cool. As you can see, it's okay to mess it up. Just keep going. Okay, so after you get that down, I encourage just try the rest of the riff out because we've already practiced before. Okay, so let's try the whole first portion. Okay, all the way up to the first G chord. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, go. good. Okay. So let's talk about the second half. This part's kind of tricky. It's got this sort of weird pattern at first. What I've noticed in the recording is he changes it like every time he plays it. So, but this will be a good thing to practice because this is the part that happens when there's just guitar. So I think he's kind of more loosey-goosey about like the arrangement on the guitar for the recording. He's just kind of like arpeggiating at will. Sort of just having fun with it. And I think this is what came out. So, okay. So we've got at first, yeah. I want to play those first 4 notes. So what I've got here going on is down, 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 up. For a C chord there. Down, 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 up, ready, again. Down, 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 up, ready, again. Down, 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 up, ready, again. 1 and 2 and ready, again. Ready, again. One more time. Good. Okay, so adding. So the next 2 notes. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, again, go. 2, again, go. 2, again, go. 2, again, go. Good. Okay, awesome. Now, adding the last 2 notes. Gotta bounce back up to that E string. You know, if you need to break it down and practice it separately, feel free. 1, 2, but, sorry. Everything up to the G chord is what we're gonna do. 1, 2, ready, go. And 2, again, go. 2, again, go. 2, again, go. 2, again, go. 2, one more time. Okay, so then what comes next, you've got to really quickly switch to that G chord. It'll sound like this. I like to just kind of like play the bottom note and separate the chord out that way. So it'll sound right. That'll take some work on your own just to smoothen that out. Let's talk about that little bit, okay? So the very end here, we might have to talk about this a little bit in next week's lesson, but you're just gonna hit your open D chord, and then you're gonna strum your string once, your high E string, leaving that open, and just hammering on your middle finger, as you can see there. It comes off for the open string, comes back on, and then pulled off again. I would practice it just like that, where I'm holding a D chord. You might notice like sometimes like some fingers like cut off the sound, stuff like that, so you're going to have to readjust and all that stuff, find the sweet spot. But it's really just a quick off, on, off. Right? Just kind of flick your finger on and pull it back off. Then arpeggiating back up, right? that makes sense. Just let me know if you have any questions. It's a little bit tricky. That end bit is particularly a little bit tricky, but see if you can figure out at least the arpeggiating bits over the suite. I really think you can do that for sure. Okay, cool. All right, let me know if you have any questions through the week, and we'll see you next week, Dan. Thanks so much.